Rakeem, why did the Pilgrims leave England in the first place?
The Pilgrims wanted to worship in their own way without being punished. The king and the Church of England did not allow them to. Some of them also hoped to find land and wealth in a new world. They wanted a fresh start, but they did not think about the people already living there.
So they wanted freedom. But it sounds like they didn't think about other people's freedom.
That is right.
What was the trip like?
It was long and brutal. The ship crossed the ocean in freezing weather, with storms and disease spreading through the passengers. By the time they reached land, many were weak or dead.
And that land was already someone's home.
Yes, the area they landed on was part of Wampanoag territory.
What happened when they got there?
They arrived during winter. They had no houses, little food, did not know the land. Half of them died before spring. Then the Wampanoag who had lived there for thousands of years helped them. They showed them how to plant corn, hunt, and survive.
So they saved the Pilgrims.
Yes, they did.
Is that how the Thanksgiving people talked about happened?
Yes. In 1621, the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag shared food to celebrate the harvest. It was peaceful for a short time, but that peace did not last.
So what happened next?
More settlers arrived. They wanted more land, more control, and more power. They did not ask for permission. They took land from indigenous people, destroyed villages, and fought wars. Disease brought by Europeans killed many indigenous people who had no way to protect themselves.
That sounds like an invasion.
It was. Indigenous communities were forced off their land and treated as if they did not matter. Many were killed or enslaved. Their homes and crops were destroyed. The land was taken over by settlers. The Wampanoag leader, Massasoit, tried to keep peace, but after he died, war broke out. Then war nearly destroyed his people.
So the Thanksgiving story most people know leaves out almost everything that happened after.
It is, but it is true.
That's not fair.
Many people only learn the part about sharing a meal, but if we celebrate without knowing the rest, we erase what indigenous people went through.
So what happens when people keep celebrating a story that isn't true?
We erase what indigenous people went through. Their history is replaced with a story that feels good for settlers, but hides their suffering.
That's like taking someone's tragedy and pretending it was something good.
Exactly. When we turn a history of violence into a celebration, we tell indigenous people their pain does not matter. It teaches new generations to ignore injustice. It can make people feel proud of events that were cruel. That is why many indigenous people call this time the National Day of Mourning. They honor their ancestors and remind others of what was lost.
Since people still celebrate Thanksgiving, what should they do?
They should learn the truth, talk about it, and not hide it behind happy stories. They can spend time with family, but they should also remember the people whose lives were destroyed. Gratitude means nothing if it forgets the pain that made it possible.
One way to honor Thanksgiving is by learning the full story?
Yes, that is one way to keep accurate history and stories alive.
Now when I think about Thanksgiving, I will think about both the meal and the truth.
Good. History is not about comfort. It's about understanding what really happened so we do not repeat it.
That's something worth remembering.